My name is Tatenda Ngwaru. I am an intersex woman. I'm also a black woman. And as you look at me, I want you to know that I have a lot to offer. Intersex is a condition when a child is born with ambiguous organs and they cannot tell which gender it is at birth. In simpler terms, people say a child born with both sexes. Growing up in Zimbabwe was really hard as an intersex child because in Zimbabwe it is called a taboo. Some people are even ignorant enough to say you're the one that caused us to not have rain because you're an abomination to the culture. I knew that I was a girl. And I was raised as a boy for 10 years of my life, which was the most hardest thing I've ever had to go through. When I was between 14 to 15 years, I went to a doctor with a condition that at the time they said it was called hernia, and they had to do a surgery on me. And whilst the doctor was operating on me, he then found ovaries. And then he told my parents that I had ovaries and I was intersex. And after that, we later realized that the pain that I was getting were period pains. And I had my first period in school in the middle of a lesson whilst I was wearing a boy's uniform. When I was in Zimbabwe, I was threatened a lot because I was accused of bringing Western culture ideas into people's heads. And that is very ignorant to say because it is a biological issue. It's not Western, it's not African, it is normal. Intersex topic is barely existent in the black culture because it is not talked about, and when they see representation, especially on the media, on TV, there's nobody who's representing who is black. They think it's a white people problem or it is a condition that only happens to white people, which is far from the truth. Even in the LGBTQ community, I is so marginalized, and I don't know why I doesn't really have a platform. The I definitely stands for invisible. It has obviously been hard to seek asylum in this country as an intersex person and also as a black woman. Some people do not even give you a chance to tell your story, or they do not even acknowledge your story when you say it. People always look at me funny, like I'm a freak, like I'm not a human being. I want everyone who's intersex, every child who's intersex, every adult who's intersex, to wake up every morning and be the best version of yourself and know that you belong here and you deserve to be here just like everybody else. Every day, make a decision to stand for yourself and be proud of who you are. And that this is something that cannot be taken away from you. It is yours to share, it is yours to give.